A very good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. I welcome you all to the 103rd session of Vellore Toastmasters Club. Long time ago, whenever we wanted to send message to anyone far away, the king and the queens used to have messenger or used to send in pigeons, through pigeons. And then slowly there was a progress. Postmasters came in, where the message we wanted to convey was conveyed in forms of post letters. As technology got stronger day by day, we all know that we all are now involved in social media. We use that media for sending us sending messages, let it be Instagram, WhatsApp, or conveying messages through YouTube. There are a lot of options now. But now you might be wondering, now it has become even more advanced that we send only one expression which conveys the entire message. Before I let you know more about it, you need to see what's in the session. So before I tell you, before we go into the session, let me tell a few ground rules that will be followed in today's meeting. I request everyone to turn off your cell phones or keep them on silent mode. Please refrain from talking about sex, religion, and politics during this meeting. Do keep your mics muted unless you come on stage. Lastly, please keep your cameras on so we could have a fruitful and a happy session. The mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide mutually supportive and positive learning experience by which members develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Without further ado, let me hand over the session to the acting presiding officer. Today, Toastmaster Saumni couldn't make up to the meeting, so I'll be the acting presiding officer. I welcome Toastmaster Uma Maheshwaran, who's from L&T Club, Toastmasters Club. I welcome you, sir, to VTC. I also welcome Toastmaster Karupasamy, who's a second time visitor to our club, and he always brings energy whenever he comes. And see, now today he's also traveling in a train and he's accompanying with us in today's session. We welcome you, sir. Without further ado, let me officially open today's Vellore Toastmasters Club 103rd meeting open. So let me hand over the session to our most enthusiastic member whenever in playing all the roles, and he always brings interesting themes when it comes to Toastmaster of the day. Let the theme for today's session is Emoji and Moonji. Let's go to a wonderful ride towards lot of emotions in today's session by our very Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Bharath. Over to you, Toastmaster Bharath.
Mommy, please, mommy, please give me one last warning. I will not do this mistake again, mommy. Please forgive me, mommy. Mommy, the time is 9 a.m. and you still didn't prepare the breakfast. I should be in school at 9 a.m. Oh my God. Mommy, see what I have brought for you. This is my very special gift. Happy birthday, mommy. And the mom says, oh my dear, thank you. Mommy, this guy has taken my vanilla ice cream in the fridge. I hope every one of you might have experienced these kind of emotions in your day-to-day life. Yes. And you know, when someone cheated you, you have some emotion. When someone scolded you, you have some emotion. When someone fought with you, you have some emotion. When someone prized you, you have some emotion. When someone forgives you, you have some emotion. When someone helps you, you have some emotion. When someone inspires you, you have some emotion. The life is full of emotions, emotions, and emotions. In the life full of emotions, if we just forgot to know how to handle those emotions, the life will just come and say and give us a red card and say, please get out of life. Yes. So here I am as a Toastmaster of the day, going to bring you all and take you all to your emotional roller coaster. And I'll also give you some tips on how to handle these emotions in your life. And before that, we are firstly going to call a person. Well, this person is very special. If you meet the person, we always get worried. Yes. And this person is always is full of negative emotions. And this person also has three people assisting her. Well, I hope you all guess the person. Ladies and gentlemen, let me call the depression come on stage. The general evaluator, Toastmaster Sadhana. Over to you.
Am I audible and visible? Happy pleasant evening to Toastmaster of the Day, all Toastmasters, and my dear wonderful guests. I am here as a gender evaluator. There is a village, there were two kind of person. One is super impressive, always go with the flow, do whatever he thinks. And there is a second person, one who with a combo of fear, guilt, anger, overthinking, even sometimes are good things. So when someone scolded him, he used to feel. And when he scolds someone, same he used to feel. So the common here, like if you feel the thing, the first type of person will always be great and he can lead his life with a peace. But coming to this again, he faced lots of things, and the same way he have to he have to face a struggle. So coming on to this evaluation, here the same thing is going to happen. So I'm gonna correct it well in here and give a comprehensive report like how the depressive person feel the same way here. The participants will feel about their speeches on what they went good and what did. So I'm here, I'm going to tell how to improve that and how to overcome it. To be added, I'm gonna call a combo pillars my facting. Facting, yes, fear, anger, guilt. So let me run the train towards the session. And when our end stop comes, let me reveal my father's report to you all. And to tell the improvements before that, I will introduce my fact team and their guidelines. So let me welcome a timer, anger of the day, Toastmaster Shrutika. Toastmaster Shrutika, timer of the day, over to you.
Thank you so much, Gentle Evaluator. A very good afternoon, TMOD of the day, the fellow Toastmasters, and all the guests. So, no, this should not be my reaction. I'm so angry that the General Evaluator doesn't mention the importance what am I or what am my character is. Of course, to make myself cool, I have to take some time. I just cool myself, count 1 to 10, and well, what I just spoke before will change. So, in simplified way, what I'm trying to say is when you are angry, just take a count from 1 to 10 seconds or count it to 100. I'll be sure to say that your anger will get reduced. So, I'm here to note the timings of today's speech. So here is the following records. Prepared speech. So 5 minutes, it will be at green card, and 6 minutes, I'll display the yellow card, and at 7 minutes, I'll display the red card. The person will be disqualified less than 4 minutes 30 seconds or more than 7 minutes 30 seconds. And for table topic speakers, the timing will be 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll display the green card, and 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll display the yellow card, and at 2 minutes, I'll display the red card. And here the disqualification would be less than 1 minute or more than 2 minutes 30 seconds. And for the evaluators, the timing will be 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll show the green card, and 2 minutes 30 seconds, it will be yellow card, and at 3 minutes, I'll display the red card. And the disqualification would be less than 1 minute 30 seconds or more than 3 minutes 30 seconds. So I'll show my report at the end of the meeting. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Timer, for your clear explanation and guidance. And now, let me call upon a hack counter of the day, Toastmaster Karupusamy. Toastmaster Karupusamy, hack counter of the day, over.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, General Evaluator, for a wonderful introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and beloved guests. My role as an accounter, I'm fearing about things that spoils my ideas. Due to the fear of failure, I will start counting down the number of accounts when you are speaking on the stage or the screen. The following are considered as accounts in Toastmaster meetings. Filler word. It is an apparently meaningless word. The actual name is discourse makers. When you can't think of a right word to use in a sentence, you might say fillers. Some of common words, some filler words are, you know, okay, I mean like that. These are all called filler words. Then next is pauses. Speaker uses pauses, effective pauses, to create suspense in their speech, to grab the attention of the audience. Ineffective pauses are speech deficiency and irregular stoppage between the speech. I'll be counting down the ineffective pauses. The accounts may hamper the effectiveness of your speech. One important key to success speak is self-confidence. We are self-confident when we are preparing well. So prepare well and rock the stage. At the end of the evaluation section, I'll be back on the stage to present my report. Back to you, General Evaluator, the angry General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karupusamy sir, and for your clear explanation as a hack counter. Hope all can understand that. Okay, here comes our guild person, a grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Kriti. Toastmaster Kriti, grammarian of the day, over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Whenever there's a speech to be given or we need to interact with our colleagues, we sometimes tend to make grammatical mistakes, which we then feel very guilty to make in making a first impression on others wrong. Oh no, why I said that? Oh no, again I made mistake here in front of my fellow Toastmasters. Instead of saying, oh no, why did I say that? I said it as, oh no, why did I said that? So these are several, this is the example of like several common grammatical mistakes we make in our daily lives. The most common mistake is the usage of me versus I. For example, when we say that they are going to send my friend and I an invitation. Here, if we remove, for example, if we remove the person presiding the I, the sentence will sound like they are going to send I an invitation, which is totally wrong. So the correct sentence is like they are going to send my friend and me an invitation instead of using I. And another example is we say, for example, Rahul and me are going to market. Now, again, if we do the same, which I said before, like remove the first, remove first person, like Rahul from the sentence. The sentence will be like I am going to the market, which is again wrong. Here, the usage of I will come. I am going to the market. Rahul and I are going to the market. So we need to make sure where to use I and where to use me in a sentence, which we need like that. These are small mistakes which we do in our daily lives. In Toastmasters, we correct the speakers whenever there is grammatical mistakes. We at least where we all can at least a little bit live a guilt-free life. As a grammarian today, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to the language usage. I'll take note of any improper language as well as outstanding words or sayings. So, as a grammarian today, it's also my duty to introduce the word of the day. So, the word of the day is agog, meaning very eager or curious to hear or see something. Example, I was very agog when the Toastmaster of the day introduced the theme of the session as emojis and Moonji. I hope every all the speakers use the take note of this word and use in the entire like whenever possible in the entire session. I will submit my report when called upon. Thank you. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Kriti, for your grammarian guidelines. And now I'm very depressed until my fab team comes. So now I was very chill where my fab team will take care of off of my work and I will be very free. Oh, that this could be happened. I'm very agog to see how the session is going to go. And at last, I will give my Tagus report and general evaluation of the meeting. Thank you, and over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Depression. And your team has the anger, fear, and guilt help you very well in explaining the depression. So we people are not, I mean, not having the ability to handle this depression. Even though we have a lot of self-confidence with us, even though we have a lot of talent in us, but people, when they are faced with depression, they will completely lose themselves. They lost their ability and they are unable to move from one part of the life to other. So here I wish to share something about how to get rid of that. So this method is called analyzing what has happened. So whenever you got depressed, so the first thing you need to do is that just take a diary and write what has happened really. And you should just write it. And after that, you should think what you really did. And the third thing, you should think, oh my God, what has really hurt me? So if you just think of these things, you would really think, is the person is really worth to get that much of depression? Yes. If you start analyzing the purpose of your depression, I can definitely say you will not worry about that, because that is not going to be a biggest thing, because the depression is not really an emotion. It is something that make us down, and it is something that make us not feeling confident. And in a simple words, I can say that now assume something good has happened to you. And what you do, you'll feel happy about it. And now assume you have, something bad has happened to you. And what you do, you will just feel some kind of sadness. So if you are feeling more than what it deserves, for the good thing happened to you, if you are being happy for more than what is deserves, you will be completely lost away. Similar to that, when you're facing something bad, if you're being sad more than what it deserves, you lost the way of life. So this is a thing that we should need to keep in mind to come out of depression. We should give what it really deserves. Don't overact. So here, I would like to call and gear up for the next segment, that is the prepared speeches segment. So for the prepared speeches segment, we have a speaker. Well, this speaker He's a digital enthusiast, and he also like to take photographs, and he's working in Mindtree, and he also like to do photo walks. Ladies and gentlemen, it's none other than Toastmaster Uma Maheshwaran from LMT Toastmasters Club. So before calling the speaker, I would like to call his evaluator, Toastmaster Johan. Over to you.
Hello. Am I visible and audible? Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Today's topic is a very interesting one, and I found it to be quite thought-provoking because recently I had to speak about the topic, time and tide wait for no one. But then this thought came to me that I'm sure by now everyone must have seen the joke that emojis are the second form of hieroglyphics. It means that in this case, I think time is stopping and we are going back in time. That being said, today it is my duty to welcome Toastmaster Uma and evaluate his level 1 project 2 speech. I will be looking. Yes, I will be evaluating his speech based on his vocal variety, comfort level, audience awareness, and a few more things that I have in my mind. So I will be making down notes during his speech, and at the end of the session, I will provide my detailed report. So thank you. Back to the general evaluator.
Yeah, thank you, evaluator. So Toastmaster Uma Maheshwaran. So can you please do a quick audio and video check?
Am I audible?
Yes, you're clear and visible. So Toastmaster Uma Maheshwaran, what station Toastmaster Uma Maheshwaran? Over to you.
Thank you, Team Modi. I saw the girl. I got engaged. Fell in love with her. Yes, got engaged and then fell in love with her. Typical arranged marriage. But then was about to break up with her just few weeks before our marriage. Why? What happened? Did she speak bad about me? Did she act in an unsettling manner? No. Worse than that. She was illiterate about the love of my childhood, boyhood, and beyond. She was illiterate about my awesome darling called PS5. Yes, I'm going to talk about my childhood darling PlayStation and my memories with it. For those who are like my wife and don't know what a PlayStation is a video game console from the company Sony and is loved by millions of humans and aliens around the globe. Different editions came along over the years from PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, and currently the latest PS5 was launched on December 2020. Like a typical commercial, I can go all over about its high-end graphics and nail-biting gameplays, but no, I won't, because that's just the things that it brought out of the box. But me and my friends fell in love with it because of the things that it brought to our lives after the box. If it's a summer vacation, all the kids in our apartment would assemble in our home and would take turns to play. It was just a single player or a two-player game, but would be surrounded by at least 10 kids anytime. We just had 2 joystick controllers, so only 2 people can play at the time max, right? But I also had a 6-year-old cousin at the time who used to demand to play all the rounds by himself. We did give him some few rounds, but his demand continued. Not knowing what to do, we silently gave him a different joystick which was not connected to the console. The plan worked. He would seriously play the game with his tiny fingers and did not complain. The best part is, everyone in the room would be cheering for him and supporting him and not the person who's actually playing the game. Win-win for everyone. We would play outside a lot, mostly in the terrace with our tiny cricket setup and make ourselves dirty. Then everyone would go back to their home just to clean themselves up, take some milk, and because after that, it's our PlayStation time. In other words, all would be in our home most of the time, and our home became the hub for all the kids in our apartment. One of my neighbors had a cousin from Bangalore who came to my neighbor's home for one summer vacation and thus joined to play with us. From that year after, all his summer vacations was with us. The most surprising thing was the fact that he had a PlayStation with him in Bangalore. Yet he would come here to play it with us because he liked it here. That was the point I realized that it was not about the console, but it was the group which it formed because of this console that is making us enjoy the games much more. We were kids. We didn't realize that we were making memories and we were just playing and enjoying together, not thinking about the plans for the very next day. Unlike today, where we make plans to meet our friends days or even weeks ahead, but often never happens. We all grew up, got past the education cycle, got jobs, started working. Few even went abroad like Germany, Singapore, everyone, and one even became a research scientist. Few even got married. Life was running at its own pace. I was agog to hear a news about PlayStation, and on 2020, one fine day, I came across the small new phrase. Sony is going to launch its new latest console, the PS5. I shared this news in our WhatsApp group. You wouldn't believe the response to that. Sony is going to launch the PlayStation 5. Everyone started shouting in conference calls, made the usual signature voices from our games, started sharing the YouTube gameplays to our childhood games, and one even straight came to my home, started lifting me in joy. Believe it or not, that's how emotional we were when we heard the news. Looking behind that emotional moment, I could say that it's not just because of a new console, but because of the awaited moments which we could recreate with our friends while playing the PS5. But I guess Sony is creating such moments and memories not just for me, but for everyone who used to play, I guess, because the PS5 is more than a year old now and is still hot demand and is always out of stock in all the stores around the globe. Okay, before that, for those who are wondering about the almost breakup scene which I was mentioning in the beginning, let me give a short version of it. We were chatting over the phone, making calls to each other, and one day came the topic of what each of us liked the most. Keeping in mind that she might gift me one, I mentioned that I love the PS5. She asked, "What's that?" Giving her the benefit out of, I said that I love the PlayStation. She said, "What station?" You can imagine from there, right? That was the almost breakup point for us. Later, understanding my enthusiasm towards the console, she managed to calm me down and also change the topic for the day. It's almost 5 months since my marriage, and till date, I keep reminding her of my fondness towards the new console whenever I get the chance, in hopes that she or my mom might get me one someday. You might ask, why are you expecting a family to buy it for you? Just go and buy one for yourself, right? No, that's not how it should work. The things that we like or love will have a greater value if it is given to us by our loved ones rather than we buying it for ourselves. It increases the bonding between the item and the person who bought it for us. But looking at the status of the PS5 stocks worldwide right now, I'm wondering whether I should have demanded as a dowry, because if that's the case, my in-laws would have bought one for me at any cost, or I could have made a scene like in the movies during their marriage. I missed the chance. Anyway, in the end, I'm waiting for my PS5 console, not just for its new games and awesome joysticks, but also to revive and create new memories with my old and new friends. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Yeah, good evening, Toastmaster of the day. I have one suggestion here. See,
Yes.
I request to spotlight only the speaker, not the timer. See, timer screen is fully visible here. Maybe for me alone, I think. Hope for it is clear for all others. Spotlight only the speakers.
Yeah, okay. Sir. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Uma Maheshwaran, for giving such a wonderful speech. And we all enjoyed the game. So let us all take a 1 minute of time to give your feedback to Toastmaster Uma Maheshwaran through the chat box provided in Zoom, or you can personally text. And timer, please let me know when the 1 minute is over.
The 1 minute is over.
Thank you, Dino. So here I'm going to tell you something interesting. Well, we all know the word emoji, right? So I hope many of us might be knowing that how the word has been derived from. So actually in Tamil word, it is, we can say it like Moonji. So days passed by and people have converted the word Moonji, 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 emoji. And this is how the word emoji has been derived from. So this is similar to another word like we all know that Kattumaram. So Kattumaram is a Tamil word, and when the days pass by, it has been transformed to Kattumaram, Kattumaram, Kattumaran, Katamaran, and it has been transformed to Catamaran. So in English, Kattumaram is called as Catamaran. Yes, this is something I would like to share. So here I have planned to conduct a very small activity. Well, for this, so firstly, the activity is very simple. So firstly, I'm going to tell that, and I just need 2 volunteers for that. So please do volunteer, and the activity is going to be very simple. So who are my 2 volunteers? Please just unmute yourself and tell your name.
Yeah, myself.
Yeah, thank you, sir. And the next volunteer?
I'll volunteer.
Yeah, Kriti. Yeah, great. So actually, the activity is very simple. So it is going to be like, so as the session is about emojis and emotions, so I'm going to tell you a simple word. I mean, that is a kind of emotion, and you have to change your face, and you can even give some hand gestures, and you have to show that emotion in your face. So I hope this is simple. Just make yourself calm and just do it. Okay. So who is going to do first? Karupuswamy sir or Kriti?
I will do first.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so are you ready, sir? Yeah,
Yes, Bharat.
great. So now I have a request. Except Karupuswamy, all of you, please just turn off your cameras. Yeah.
I think
So can you please switch on your video? Yeah. Yeah, shall we start, sir?
Yes.
Yeah. So your first expression is going to be surprise.
Kriti is surprise. Oh.
Yeah, great. And the second emotion, angry.
Come again, please.
Angry. That's really great. That's really great, sir. And your third emotion is going to be sad. Yeah, nice. And your next emotion is going to be happy. Great. This is amazing, sir. And your next emotion is going to be Funny. Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. You did a very good job. Thank you for volunteering.
Thank you.
Yeah. So now, Toastmaster Kriti. So except Toastmaster Kriti, all of you just turn off your cameras. Yeah. Kriti, are you ready? Great. So what emotion shall I give you? Okay. Cry. Great. You can also turn on your audio.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah. And confident.
Hmm. Yeah, I know this. Yeah, I know everything. I know everything.
Yeah, that's great. Disgusting.
Shoo, why did she come?
Oh, nice. Satisfied.
Wow. Wow, thank God I passed in this subject.
Oh, great. And finally, guilty.
I think I said wrong. I should have not done that. Why did I do? What will happen now? Yeah.
Yeah, and the one more thing is that fear.
No, I don't want to go up. I don't want to go to that mountain. I don't want to trek. It's very difficult. Yeah, that's
Wow, that's really amazing, Kriti. Thank you
it.
for volunteering. And you both have did a very good job. I never expected you all guys can do in this much way. Thank you for that. And to be honest, I could say the fun is really not yet over. The real fun is yet to come. Yes. And here we are going to call one of the interesting emotion called surprise. So whenever you hear the word surprise, the one line that comes to our word is that Abdiya. Yes. So here I would like to call the surprise of today's session, the table topic master, Toastmaster Kirtana. Over to you.
Good afternoon, Makkale. Today I'm going to be your table topic master. So, table topic itself is a crucial element of Toastmaster. It allows us to think on our feet and improve our impromptu speaking skills. For the benefit of the guests and new members, now I would like to call upon timer Toastmaster Shrutika to come over and give the timing guidelines. Shrutika, please come and give the timing guidelines. Toastmaster Shrutika, timer, could you please come over and give us the timing guidelines if you're available?
Sure, table topic master. So here is the guideline for table topic speeches. The timing would be 1 to 2 minutes, and at 1 minute, the green card will be displayed, and 1 minute 30 seconds, the yellow card will be displayed, and 2 minutes, the red card will be displayed. And the disqualification would be less than 1 minute would be disqualified, or more than 2 minutes 30 seconds would be disqualified. And there is a grace time of 30 seconds where you would want to wrap it up at the end or at the starting.
Thank you, Shrutika. I hope the members are clear about the timings now. This session is open to members as well as for guests. And I also recommend to use the word of the day in the table topic session, agog. So you'll be getting brownie points if you're using the word of the day. Okay, so going to the session, do you know that there are 27 distinct categories of emotions? I didn't know until I watched the movie Emojis. So you can have a mixed emotions when you're having your table topic session. Of course, there is fear. I would recommend you to approach the table topics without fear and give your topic, whatever you're feeling it. You can give it with a structure like introduction, the content, and the conclusion. Wrap it up with a structure of the speech. So this is how I recommend you to attend the topic. So now I would like to get some volunteers who would like to talk. You can use the raise hand emoji. Whoever wanted to approach the topic, and yeah. Anybody raise your hand? If not, yeah, I see Darshini raising her hand. Darshini, so are you ready? Okay. So this is your topic. On a random day, which emotion are you most likely to be available in? On a random day, which emotion are you most likely to be available in? Darshan.
Thank you for the topic, table topic master. On a random day, which is the emotion that I would be having? To be very honest, if you'd asked me the same question before pandemic, I would have told so many emotions. Of course, nothing on the happier side. But in the pandemic, I've actually learned how to embrace all the little things. So if you ask me on a random day, what do? I do find happiness in little things. I find happiness when I complete my work and I reward myself. And I think that is something that everyone should embrace. And that has made me a much happier person. And I've started reacting to a lot of situations in a positive way. Of course, how they say the gyans, how you have to approach a situation, that is how you naturally become. So one emotion that I would embrace on an average day or on any day is happiness, is to find happiness in little things and be happy, because that not only makes your day better, it also does so many positive things inside your body, which I'm not a medical expert, but I have read it somewhere that whatever happens in your body happens in a positive manner when you're happy, and when you're angry, frustrated, depressed or something, the same reaction goes in the reverse. So I would also suggest everyone to be happy whenever you get a chance, or find happiness in little things. So thank you. Over to Toastmaster Keepana.
So Darshini has become a little saint of our group. Darshini, I'd like to know what kind of book you're reading. Okay, so next I want the next volunteer. Please use the raise hand emoji. Okay, now I see Toastmaster Karpasamy raising his hand. Yeah. Okay, Toastmaster Karpasamy, the topic for you. Which of the two emotion do you feel strongly? Anger or fear? Toastmaster Karpasamy, which of the two emotion do you feel strongly? Anger or fear?
Table topic master. Thank you so much for the subject. See, between fear and anger, see, anger will be the better one when compared to fear. See, when I am anger, I can see when I see in the evening when I coming home from the office, my two dogs and my wife, they used to come out and they used to take me inside. That is a regular happenings. See, when some days my wife will be inside the kitchen or the backyard, so she may not come sometime. My two dogs used to run towards me and hug me in all the days. Sometimes, as I said, my wife is not receiving me in the see. So I'm getting anger. What happened to her? So that fear, if I have fear means, see, I cannot know so to her, and my fear is coming as an anger. So whenever I have these two options, I'll be taking the anger instead of fear. Over to you, tabletop master.
Thank you for opening up our eyes that the anger is, caused by fear. I never knew that. So that was an eye-opening topic. Thank you, sir. So next, I would like another volunteer. It is all going to be easy topics, so please come up. I don't see anybody raising the hand, so I might choose random people. So because it's I'm surprised, so I'm going to surprise you. Guest Rohit, do you like to go next? Yeah, are you okay with it?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Rohit, here is your topic. One incident in your life where you didn't manage your emotion well. Toastmaster Rohit, one incident in your life where you didn't manage your emotion well.
Okay. One is angry, which I have to say. So many of most of the times which I couldn't control my anger when someone is even for silly things, it's in inner feeling I have to control it, but what I can say, the situations or sometimes it makes me a lot do the emotion more than that which I have to express it. And for I had so a lot of bad incident about that anger emoji which I used to what I've done. And later I got feel for it, but at the time of the things which I missed is my anger thing. And I suffered a lot from that. And another stupid things which I used to do, I will do a lot of late works, right? So hurry things which all end up with the stupid things. So yes, so first thing is hungry and next thing is stupid things. And thanks Kritina for that, pulling me up.
Thank you, Rohit. So I asked a single incident and you told a wide incident. That was very nice. So next, somebody wants to take up the topic, or shall I choose? Okay, I don't see anybody raising the hand. John, do you like to take up the next one?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so are emotions a strength or weakness? John, are emotions a strength or weakness? Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kirtana. Are emotions a strength or weakness? Honestly, this is a kind of hard question because even I have to think about it for a little while. But thinking about it, this is what I can say. Depending on the person and the situation, it can become either your strength or your weakness. Because if you think about it, suppose you're presented with a situation where you have to make a hard decision. These are the moments where you should not let your emotions become your weakness. Because if you let your emotions get the better of you, you're bound to make a bad decision. And that is definitely not what we want. So in such cases, emotions can become your weakness. But now let me give you another example where you are provided with the same situation and you are able to control your emotions and you're able to think clearly. In such cases, your emotions can become your strength, because there are many situations in life where you have to suppress your natural emotions and you have to show another emotion for the sake of someone else. So in this case, emotions can become your strength. And as I said, emotions can become your weakness too. So the answer to your question is not a straight one. I can say that for me personally, it is not. It can be a weakness most of the time, but sometimes I'm working on making it my strength. Thank you, Toastmaster Kirtana. That's it for me.
Thank you, John. So I think emotions are helping us to know how we actually feel. If you toss a coin and think about the outcome before the coin falls down, you might know actually what you want. So emotion can be actually a map to know what you actually want. So Does anyone want to take the final table topic? I would like to call upon, yeah, Kriti. So, Kriti, happiness is the most desirable emotion. Agree or disagree? Toastmaster Kriti, happiness is the most desirable emotion. Agree or disagree? Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kirtana, for giving me this topic. Happiness is like there we are always we all are in different emotions every day. Like there's not even a one day that we are constrained to one emotion. It changes, and suddenly changes keep on happening the 24 hours we are in. Sometimes we are happy, sometimes we are angry, sometimes we are very sad, and there are a lot of mix of emotions running around the mind, and we are enacting to it. So I say that I disagree with that happiness is the only like emotions. We in our life we need to have a mix of emotions. Only being happy it will be, the life will be boring. No surprises, no no fear, like something happened. And if then we can't conquer. If only happiness is there, like we can't conquer the, after conquering that fear we get that emotion, no, that will be the true happiness. Or well, conquering any like any what are other emotions, sadness, we are crying, and when we are solving that particular emotion, then when we are being happy, that will be more. After conquering those, this one happiness will show its importance. So I would like to conclude that we all need to have mix of emotions in our day-to-day lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Kriti. Yes, I also agree that we need a lot of emotions. Actually, we can have our emotions. We have to take time and feel our emotions. And if you're like feeling bad about your present job, take time, think about it, and take your next step. You can change your job. If you're not happy in a relationship, take the next step. You can either meet a counselor or you can take the other step. So if you have to feel your emotion, take time, analyze your emotion, and then take the next step. That could be a great indicator for your growth. So thank you for this wonderful session. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Yes. Thank you, Toastmaster Surprise, for giving such a surprising performance. Well, so here I'm going to tell you the concept of emotional remote. Well, I hope we all know a remote. So a remote is something that helps to switch on what we need. So for example, if you take a television remote, if you just change it, you can switch what the channels you need. So similar to that, the emotional remote. So the emotional remote is something that which can switch your mind from one part of emotion to another part of emotion. For example, sad to happy, and to cry, and to feel depressed, like that. So now the thing is that the emotional remote has to be with you. But many of us not having it with us. We are giving our emotional remote to someone else, and we are worrying ourselves when someone did something to us. Yes, when somebody, if before we are doing something, what thing which always comes to our mind is that what this person will think if I did this, or what she will feel about me if I'm not doing it. So this is something that what does all make weak emotionally. So now assume that you have the emotional remote with you, and you have the ability to handle your emotions. So that's the time you realize the meaning of life. Yes, when you have the emotional remote with yourself, you can really be confident on what we are doing, and you will never be distracted on your goal, because when there is no distraction from other side, you can just keep concentrate on what you need. So that is a thing that I would like to say here. And most importantly, do you know what is the battery for the remote? Yes, it is going to be the enthusiasm. So without enthusiasm, if there is no more distraction from the outside, but if there is no enthusiasm within yourself, you will never do what you really want. So before doing something, don't put the battery. Don't forget to put the battery, the enthusiasm to make everything done. So here it's time to call our important emotion, the depression on stage with her tag role players. Over to you, Toastmaster Sadhana.
Thank you, Jimmy. Welcome back. Before my evaluation, let's commence with the evaluation of the prepared speeches. I would like to call on our evaluator, Toastmaster Chauhan, to give a report on Toastmaster Uma Venkatesh's speech. Over to you.
Hello. Okay. Toastmaster Roma, your speech was amazing. I'm not gonna lie, it kept me glued to the screen all the time, and I was continuously smiling, even when I'd not realized it. So let me first start off by telling a few good points about your speech. It had a very smooth flow. It had a proper beginning and a very good middle and a conclusion as well. It was very smooth. The transitions between each were smooth, and I felt like there was no breakup between the speech. Also, you had a very interesting anecdote in the middle and the beginning of your speech, which I found very funny, especially the one where you were saying about the breakup, because I thought it was going to take a totally different direction, and then you said it is because she did not know about the PS5. That I found very funny. And also, let me tell you that it was a pleasure listening to your speech because you had very pleasant facial expressions and good hand gestures, which kept the audience engaged to the screen the whole time. Lastly, I feel like your speech was very relatable because even I have had many moments where I feel like the company is more important than the thing that you do, and also we have all had good experiences with the PS5 and stuff. So when you were saying your speech, I could actually feel myself in your shoes, and I think that is a very important thing for a speech. Okay, that being said, there are a few things that I would like to emphasize on that you could change just to take your speech to the next level. So the first thing that I would say is that that there was an incident in your speech where you were giving examples, and I think you slightly muddled it up a bit. I could not hear the examples properly. You just skipped through it very fast. So that was one thing. And the second thing was slightly abrupt ending. I did not see the end of the speech coming. It did not seem like the conclusion was that well formed. It kind of ended abruptly. That being said, that's just a small thing. You can easily fix that in your future speeches. And lastly, you did not use the word of the day, which is it's a minor thing, but it's okay. But if you could, it would have completed your speech perfect. Finally, I would like to say this thing that when I was going to evaluate your speech, I had gotten the report of your previous speech, and seeing the comments on that, I can say that you have improved so much. And it seemed like you had a few problems in your last speech, which you have totally overcome this time. So congratulations, Toastmaster Roma, on completing your L1 P2 speech, and I wish you all the best for the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster John, for your report. We are now done with the evaluation round, and we shall move on to the report of the fact team. Since we reach our end stop, to start off, let's call on our timer of the day, Toastmaster Kritika, for her report. Toastmaster Kritika, over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So I feel that you all will be so awed to see the results of the timing. And it's really a kudos to everyone that everyone has been completed their speeches within the timings. And the prepared speaker, Uma Shankaran, has been completed his speech with 6 minutes, 10 seconds. And the table topic speakers, TM Darshini, completed his speech in 1 minute, 29 seconds. And Karpaswamy sir completed his speech in 1 minute, 39 seconds. And Rohit completed his speech in 1 minute. It's just 1 minute. If it was before 1 second before also, it will be a disqualification. And congrats, Rohit, for it. And Johan has completed his speech in 1 minute, 22 seconds. And Kruti completed her speech in 1 minute, 32 seconds. And the evaluator speech has been completed by Johan in 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Thank you. Over to the general evaluator.
Toastmaster Kritika, for your wonderful report. And now let me call upon our account of the Toastmaster Karupu for a report. Toastmaster Karupu, over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I have shared my account report to our TMOD. Can you share it on top of me, Bharath? I am unable to share.
Yeah, just a minute.
Yeah.
Why that way? It is apartment you want.
Yeah, actually, even I couldn't download the image. Can you please just share it to Toastmaster Kriti, sir?
To Kriti, just a moment.
Yeah.
If it is not there,
I love to hear that kind environment, please.
What?
See, Samosa, he loved to hear that environment.
Yeah.
Actually, I
Okay.
am traveling from Vijayawada to Chennai.
Oh, that's really good.
I'll be sharing his report. I'll share
Yeah,
it.
please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, is my screen visible?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, Kriti, for sharing the report. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and the beloved guests. See, I'd like to congratulate and kudos to the following Toastmasters. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Bharath, and General Evaluator, Timer, and then Grammarian Kriti. Then Darshini, Rohit, and John. Say they didn't made any account in this meeting, so I like them. The next part is Toastmaster Uma Maheswaran and Evaluator and Kirtana. They have done one account, so it is acceptable. And myself and Toastmaster Kriti need to improve. So we made two accounts. So thank you so much for the opportunity given. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karupu sir, for a wonderful evaluation report. Okay, now let's move on to the general evaluation report. First thing, evaluator, Toastmaster Johan. I would like to appreciate him.
I'll give my report, like grammarian's report. I'll give.
Oh, sorry, Kriti.
Sorry to interrupt you. Yeah.
That's okay.
So, thank you, General Evaluator. I was agog in knowing who will be using
She
the
is
word of
agog
the
to
day.
give her General Evaluator report. She is agog to give her
Yes,
General Evaluator report.
Toastmaster Sadhana is very agog in giving the G report today. Before that, I'll give my report. So the word of the day was used by Toastmaster Sadhana and speaker Toastmaster Uma Maheshwaran. And thank you, congratulations to you guys for using the word of the day. And I have come across a few good usage of grammar today, which was used by some of the words are like hieroglyphic, which is used by Toastmaster Johan. It was for describing writing, writing on sacred subjects, and then PlayStation by Toastmaster Uma, nail biting, which is causing anxious or tension. Then console was used. Here console come like there are two meanings. One is like comfort anyone if anyone is like crying or grieving, and another one is like it is a video game console where it's an electronic device where outputs video signal or image. So he used the second one console here. He used the video game console, and he used the word like phrase win-win, which is a situation that both the parties have benefits in both the parties have the benefits together. And he used the word hub here. He used there are like three meanings. One, we can use it in, we can call in a computer. If you're a computer science student, you will be knowing what is a hub, where all networks are connected to that. And another one, hub is like it is a central part of wheel or something. And the third meaning which he used is like effective center of an activity. Like hub, all came to his hub, he said, referring to that it's a center of any activity. Then he used the word benefit, he used the phrase benefit of doubt. And there are like many other words like Toastmaster Dashni, she used embrace, which means accepting willingly and enthusiastically. Then Toastmaster Bharath used the word kattamaran, which I don't know what was the meaning, but when I had gone through, it was like it's some part of, according to me, when according to Google, okay, it was like something a part of a ship or something. And Toastmaster Johan, he used the word muddled up, mixed it up, which means mixed it up. Then abruptly, which means ended like unexpectedly, like. And I noticed there were like these were the good usage of grammar in today's session, and there were many more which I couldn't note it down. There were other, I could notice there were some minute error, grammatical mistakes. I guess it is because of the nervousness of all of like some of them. The usage of his and her was misused, and the tenses were misplaced in some places, because I guess most of them has like it was like impromptu speaking, like they spoke on the same time, like it was not like beforehand, like it was not, the sentence were not made beforehand, it was on the spot. So I guess there were grammatical mistakes in that, and the only way to improve is like keep on like practicing wherever you go, and keep on coming to the Toastmasters session, Vellore Toastmasters Club session. And yeah, that's it. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kriti, for your report. I'm sorry, I forget to call you. Okay, cool. And now it's time for me to give my report. So first I will come to our evaluator. So Toastmaster Johan. So I would like to tell something like Johan, you just given an improvement to your speaker instead of telling it was a mistake or else, it was a demerit. You told like it's an improvement. So that was a good approach. A speaker can improve themselves. And instead of approaching with the negative things, you just forced it with the full of positive. So that was really appreciable. And moving on to next thing is a special mention for you. So upcoming role keepers, like upcoming evaluators should always follow this, because Johan gone through a previous report of the particular speaker, and he just gone through what are the mistakes that he done and whether he corrected or not. So everything, the groundwork he did. So that was really a kudos thing to him. And I would like to, I would asking for everyone to follow this in upcoming evaluator for those who are taking for that. And going on to our fact team. So first, let me tell about the timer. So Toastmaster Kritika, very cool and chill, clear cut with your report, and that was great actually. Simple and good. And moving on to next is grammarian. So grammarian report, I would like to ask sorry for her because I didn't give time for her. So next, coming to, she explained her role play very well at starting, and also coming on to her the word of the day, it was awesome because which was related to the theme. So this could be always followed because the theme should be related to the entire section. And moving on to next is she was super cool and nailed it with the examples, and she gave the grammarian report with all the things. And coming on to hack counter, Toastmaster Karapasamy sir. So we are very happy to have you here, and I would really appreciate you that you didn't ignore this actually because of your traveling. You didn't skip this. Still, we are traveling and you are taking. So if you take me, if I'm going to travel and if I'm going to do this your role, I will definitely not do, and I will tell no. and I will tell to change some other one, but you did it. So that was a great thing. But my suggestion is, so if you are sitting at one place and if you're doing, that will be more approachable, because you volunteered at every time. So that was a great, and your report was really admirable, sir. So I was first time I'm seeing this report you just shared, and you shown as a hard counter how many fillers, how many phrases. The column was clear cut, and the speakers and those who have to speak can clearly understand that, oh, this was our mistake, and next time we have to change it. So I would like to tell a future upcoming hard counter should follow this. That's it, sir. Thank you. And coming on to TTM table topic. Wow, that was a quite pretty thing that happened in this session. There was a foreplay, so no one told no for it. So while ma'am is calling, also they are just came up like they didn't quit that. So that was a great thing. And coming on to the topic that she given is really appreciable, because which was related to theme also, and this could be always followed by everyone. And that's it, I think so. So this session was very super cool, and it was started earlier, and I think the session was really very good, and we have to follow this in our entire session in upcoming session also. And thank you. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for giving such a wonderful report, and we really enjoyed it. And we will try to improve as per your report. So now we have almost reached the end of the session. So I could always say that depression is not a solution. Actually, it is a path to an eternal sadness. So when you started depressing for next time, just keep the things that I have said in this meeting, and you will even make that emotion into a positive emotion, and you can be so strong in your emotional things. And apart from that, I would like to share a bonus thing for this emotional theme. It is like, now assume that you wear something, you wear something beautiful, you are wearing a beautiful watch in your hand. And when someone comes near you and says, "Hey, the watch is very beautiful," and what we usually reply is that, "Oh, thank you." But I would like to specially mention something here. So instead of just saying thank you, if you just have adding meaning to their appreciation, like, "Oh yes, I really like this watch. Actually, my father bought for me on my birthday, and I really like the digital watch to wear in my hand." So if you're adding the meaning to their appreciation, that person will feel really warm, and he will feel justified for what he has appreciated. Well, this is something I wanted to share because the world is full of negative emotions. We could feel only positive vibes at very small places. Oh, sorry, the power is off here. So when I say negative emotion, the power is off. So when we have a lot of negative emotions around us, and if we have some people in our life to appreciate us, we should really be thankful for them. So next time when somebody says thank you, just don't forget to add meaning to their appreciation. So thank you everyone for being patient and listening to my content. So finally, I have a request. Please everyone turn on your cameras.
Actually, I remember incident. See the power cut. We all knows about the Ilayaraja, the music director. Shall I have a?
Yeah.
See, when he was started his first composing of music for the movie Annakili. See, everything set, everything all right. All of the sudden, when they started, the power cut. So everybody said, "See, your cinema will be goes off," like that. They said. Even then he won, and then he become a maestro in Indian cinema as well as he is world famous now. So don't worry, TMOD Bharath. So we have many things to achieve.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for the beautiful words.
Sorry to
So
disturb.
I hope, yeah, that's fine. So I hope everyone has turned on your cameras. And Kriti, are you ready? Yeah. So I would like to tell you that just keep your face in the favorite emoji that you like. And Kriti is going to take a screenshot of it. Yeah, I'm going to say from 1 to 3. So when I'm saying 3, you just all of you tell that emotion. All of you keep that face. 1, 2, and 3. Yes. Yeah. I hope it is done. So thank you all for your coordination and the support. And I hope I have had some meaning on this very special Sunday on the emotions and the emojis. And thank you everyone once again. And over to the
Okay, thank you, everyone. I request everyone to fill the Google form again because I had deleted the responses because I did a minor change now. So I request everyone to fill the Google forms again. I guess I had 5 responses before. I think I deleted. I now I have only 2 responses. So I request everyone to fill the Google form again. Yeah, I got the results and so the best role player goes to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Bharath. Congratulations, Toastmaster Bharath. And coming to the best tag role player, we have Toastmaster Karupasamy. Congratulations, Toastmaster Karupasamy. And coming to a best table topic speaker. Coming to the best table topic speaker, we have it's none other than Toastmaster Dashni. It was a very fun, I can say it was very fun session, mixed of all emotions, and it was like chill session. I would like to thank Toastmaster Uma Maheshwaran from L&T Toastmasters Club. Sir, can we have some few words from you about the session today?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Firstly, thank you for having me in the club and give me a chance to give my speech again. I hope everyone liked this speech also. And secondly, I'm really, I mean, even if, if you had not called me, I would have come by myself to give a feedback. Seriously, I was really surprised to see many positive things in this meeting right now. Like from the theme, I mean, embracing the theme and following it everywhere. Like I didn't get, I found that and I realized that only when the third person started to speak. Starting from having the name of the emotion, even in the Zoom's name, and to the like say guilt or depression or happiness or surprise, it was really good, seriously really good. And I can always see happy faces with everyone in the people person. So yeah, I mean, if that's the case, I would definitely would like to come again as a guest speaker. Sure. Yeah, thank you very much. And I'm so happy that I was part of this meeting. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Toastmaster Uma. We would love to have you again in our club. Can we have few words from Toastmaster Karupasamy, who's from Rising Pillars Toastmasters Club?
Yeah, good evening to all. See, I have seen energy starts to end. See, it's a very good session I come across today. See, as said by our Uma Mageswaran, see, I'm also keen to join every week. Thank you so much. Give me some roles.
Yes, yes, sure, sir. We will give.
Yeah.
We
Thank you
love
so
your
much.
enthusiasm towards our club.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Can we have guest Rohit to speak about today's session? I think it's your second time visiting Vellore Toastmasters Club.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to see, like they have a lot of energy to speak, like the way of speaking, and I'm getting learning about this. But yeah, but Karpsami sir, like you have to try that samosa because you haven't said 10 times about that. Please try that. And yes, Darshini, like yes, I had the spontaneous speech was really good, and like Kruti are roasting very well, and it was like it's not even it's very pretty well planned, right? Yeah, it's looking good actually. So, and thanks to Bharath that proving with the theorem that the negative things with the current affairs. Just thanks. Good. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, Rohit. Yeah, hoping to see you join Toastmasters Club soon.
Sure, I'll be there soon.
Yeah. Okay. I now officially declare Vellore Toastmasters 103rd session close.
It was a